Today, I'm going to start and play a game of Commands and Colors Medieval Crusades. And since today, or at least the day I'm posting this, is July 4th, I'm going to be doing the first scenario of Hattin, 4th of July, 1187. There are several of these Hattin scenarios as that battle developed. And it was a relatively brutal battle for the Christian Crusaders who start out in this scenario in the middle and completely surrounded, as you can see. And then there are the Horns of Hattin right up there, that little entryway in between those two mounds up there. And so this is where they're going to start out. And here is the scenario again. You see kind of the layout there. And the Crusaders start off with 4 cards and only 3 of these inspiration tokens, where the Muslim forces start off with 4 and 5 cards. So that is somewhat of an advantage, and you can tell by the layout of the battlefield that it's quite an advantage. Looking at the background here, we see the Battle of Hattin was the greatest defeat suffered by the Crusaders, and it led to the disastrous results. The battle should not have been fought. Saladin's army had advanced into the Crusader lands and had besieged Tiberias. Prudent counsel noted that Saladin army was at the end of a tenuous supply line and could not long remain at Tiberias. Prudence lost, capable King Baldwin was dead, and a weak King Guy now ruled. He listened to those who believed in a large Crusader army was unbeatable. And there you go. That's the beginning of this attack. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the solo assist like I did last time, the CDG solo, which was made for medieval. I'm pretty sure it can be applied to medieval Crusaders in that it uses, the same deck. But I'll figure that out, and then I'll probably come back after I get done playing. I've got limited time, so I'm going to try to get through this and get a feel for this engagement and this expansion, which came compliments of GMT. So thank you all, and let's get to rolling some dice and moving some blocks. Hey all, before we get down to combat, you want to see how I stickered all these bad boys? Well, I'll show you how I started, but as you can see, I did finish. So there you have it. Let's take a break. Here I am again, stickering again. Commands and Colors Medieval Crusades. This is the first expansion to Commands and Colors Medieval, and it covers, yeah, you guessed it, the Crusades. This is compliments of GMT. I want to thank them for that. So I got my blocks all laid out. If you looked at my last stickering video, or one of my stickering videos, I kind of messed things up when I started stickering medieval. But follow this guide here in the book, and here are the stickers. Shall we get to it? Let's go easy. Let's do the leader here, which should go on the tan block here. Let's get it in the middle and see what we got here. These are usually easier to do. Man, I hate stickering, but you know what? That is the life of a block wargamer, right? So let's do the back here. And I know you're supposed to use like a knife or X-Acto knife or something like that. I'm just not that detailed. Plus, I'm filming this. Once I get going, I can go pretty quick on some of these bad boys and get them out on there. You can do a little bit of adjusting once you get it on the thumb thing. But there you have it. I'm stickering. Did I get it right this time? Yeah, it looks like I got it right this time. Alrighty, I'm back, and this went quicker than I thought and not as I expected. So The Crusaders, which I thought really had a bad position, was able to pull one out here. They had lost 2 units. I decided to put the banners on the battlefield, which somebody posted in a previous video that kind of, on a picture I think I posted on Board Game Geek that said that's how they do it. So I thought, well, I'll try that. So lost 2 banners. The victory point total had to be 8. And guess what? The Crusaders had 8. So they had 3 here, they had 1 here, then they had a leader. I left the leader out there. I did roll for the leader. That was kind of amazing. And then there was 1 that had retreated, and then this unit kind of took them out there. And then there was 2 that moved off the board, and you get a victory point. As it says right here, the Crusader player gains 1 victory point for each ordered unit and or leader that start its turn on a clear terrain baseline and exits the battlefield. So I guess I could have exited the leader and the unit, and I would have gotten 2 victory points there and ended up with 9 instead of 8, but I did it that way. I was running out of left flank order cards, and so my last couple of turns I had to do the Crusaders did the scout tokens or the scout orders just to move 1 unit, and because all 3 of there was 3 Crusaders on that back baseline, and then they just moved out. The Saladin forces just moved kind of slow. I mean, I don't think they were expecting this massive push to the left. Because reading that victory rule, I said, well, there's a gap there, and I had a lot of left, middle, and left cards, so I just pushed everything over that way to exploit, hopefully break a hole and exploit it, which is exactly what happened on the Crusaders' left. There was quite a bit of attacking in the middle here and some retreating. As you can see, there was a couple of units here that were cut in half, a couple of Crusader units that were cut in half. Most of that was from bow combat, which you only get 2 dice, so that was kind of tough going, kind of slow in going. These units never quite got up here to do what they need to do because I was keeping these bow units at a distance to try to harass, thinking that there was not going to be this quick push by the Crusaders. These on the back really didn't get around much, and then I was eventually moving some of the with what I had in the hand, moving some of the Saladin's forces to harass the back, but they weren't that effective on this side of the things. I mean, there was actually only 1 unit left here and 1 leader. Roll for him, and he survived. So there you have it. Kind of an interesting victory because those guys were going to escape, but the rest of these were going to be completely surrounded by the remaining forces. But there you have it. That's the victory. Live to fight another day, and I don't know what that other day is going to be for them. But there you have it. Interesting scenario. The first one of, I think, 3 or 4 for Hattin on 4th of July, 1187. You didn't think you'd be seeing me doing this on the 4th of July. What would you think I'd be playing on the 4th? Well, there's Revolutionary War stuff. There is Civil War. Quite a interesting Civil War battle this week, and I might have covered that previously. I don't know. I'm filming this much earlier before I post it. Anyway, thanks all for stopping by. Take care. Thanks for watching.